almost got me. They really do. But when it came time to giving that money, honey, nope. I'm too cheap for that. And I'm really tried to find the event post again. It was gone all of a sudden. And on the first I got common sense kicked in when it came time to pay the money, because I just wanna make the moolah, yeah, the moolah, I just wanna make the moolah, don't want to make the moolah, that's my way, do it like this, don't be scared. Hey y'all, hey, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you've been here before and you already subscribed, welcome back. Don't forget to like and comment. So I just wanted to share this story of something that almost happened to me this week as a vendor. So this is a lesson for people who are vendors, and this is a lesson for people who are hosting events and you're posting on Facebook to share your event, right? So I was looking for different events for me and my husband to participate because we are your favorite vendor couple, right? Okay, anyway, that was cute, right? But anyway, so I found an event. It was local. It was at a mall. This is what the flyer said. And then I was scrolling through, and in the comments, it was like, contact me directly. We still have some spots left. And I'm like, it's a mall that my husband had did an event before. So I'm like, okay, well, this seemed all right, you know, but the name looked kind of different. So I was contacting the lady. She was responding back to me, and she was like, yeah, it's still some events. And, you know, I didn't see none that same day because I was probably working or something. So then the next day I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I missed your message, because it was like, you still interested? I'm like, yeah. So they sent me a whole spiel about, you know, the size of the tables, asking for my information, business information and stuff. And come to find out, it was really like a scam. So what they did was they probably made their own flyer, got the information based on an actual event that was happening, changed it up a little bit. So a couple red flags that I should have noticed. So I work in IT during the day, so I should have definitely knew better. But you know, when I got common sense kicked in when it came time to pay the money, because I'm sorry, I'm very frugal with my money, and I be careful of all these events I'm paying for. And if I'm not familiar with it, or if I haven't been told, or I haven't met the people, I'm really familiar, you know, I'm really funny about stuff like that. So I try to make sure I do my due diligence. So it kind of clicked in with some of the things that she was saying. She was like, basically, like, okay, the size of the tables for an indoor event, it didn't have a table size. It was like a 10 by 10. Usually that's outside space for a tent size. That's usually outside. I not too often where I see an indoor where I do events at where it says 10 by 10. It usually say like host like an 8-foot or 6-foot table or something like that. Chairs are closed. So it's a couple red flags. And then when she sent like the payment thing, it was through I think it was Venmo or something, but it wasn't a name that she submitted. She didn't tell me, okay, this person's a part of our thing. And I was like, let me start checking, because I ain't sending no money without making sure where I'm sending my money to, and I ain't doing none of that. First of all, I made a mistake by sending her my business information, but my website and all that stuff is public. Anybody can go find that anyway, so that really wasn't a big thing. If you got my phone number, I block it. I could change my phone number, so that's really not a thing either. So I did do a couple mistakes before I caught on to what was going on. So one thing that she did do, well, one thing that I did, I went onto her page. She only had a few pictures on there that was kind of look the same. I was trying to see if they was AI generated, like some of the tattoos, if they looked like they were AI generated, because you can tell if you pay a lot of attention. I don't care how much people edit an AI picture. Most of the time you could tell if it's AI. If you deal with AI a lot and generate images like I do, I kind of know what to look for. But I missed some things, you know, evidently. Her pictures didn't look necessarily AI generated, and they could have stole somebody images off of Facebook that was real, because, you know, it's easy to take somebody images and make you a whole little thing. But she only had a few images. She didn't have any pictures of the events or anything like that. Now, people that I've dealt with in the past that do vendor events or host vendor events, they usually always have some kind of pictures of the events that they had in the past, or some vendors, or some information. It was nothing. It was just like plain pictures, no videos, no posts. And then when I tried to find the event post again, it was gone all of a sudden. And on the first thing on her page, it was like 16 hours. This content is no longer available. So I'm assuming she probably puts it up every once in a while and catch some people. And no telling how many people she probably got money. The cheapest was $50. So just imagine if it was me and my husband doing it, that would have been $100 she got from me. The most was $250. So she was selling false tickets to an event that she had nothing to do with. And I'm like, dang, I know this venue, and I know the person who do the venue, so her name wasn't ringing any bells. So what I also did was found the actual page based on the location. Of course, they had pictures of previous events. They had all of that, and I contacted the person. They was like, no, such and such does it, who's always done it and known his name before as well. And you can see the pictures and everything. And the person asked why I asked, and I told her this person is basically falsifying information. They're doing a false page based on what you guys do. So as a person who's hosting events, and I know a lot of things are done electronically now. So we're going on Facebook and we're looking for events near us and everything. We got to be careful. We got to really do our due diligence, and we got to search and make sure these things are legit, because these people are really grimy and they scammers, like for real, So before I pay any money, I'm trying to make sure I know somebody. Another thing I realized too, when I went to the real page, I seen a lot of vendors that I have done events with follow that page. So that's another thing I knew that it was legit. When you kind of get in a circuit of doing events and being vendors, you kind of run into the same circle of people for the most part. So therefore, I kind of look for that or look on their page, and I'm like, nah, this don't even look right. And as soon as the lady gave me the actual person name who actually hosts the event, I was like, okay. I sent the person picture and everything. I'm going to post it in here because she's scamming, and I reported her page because that's some BS. Don't be doing people like that. Y'all always being dirty and grimy, don't nothing good come from that. So if y'all out there thinking about it, don't do it. But I just wanted vendors and people who's hosting events to be mindful and be careful. Find ways to safeguard your stuff, so you can protect your vendors and you could protect your business most of all, because people are really grimy like that. And I just want to say, they almost got me. They really do. But when it came time to giving that money, honey, nope. I'm too cheap for that, and I'm really watching my coins, so I ain't doing it. I'm being careful. And what this was for me was a lesson to be more careful when it comes to participating in events and making sure they are legit events, and these people are not out here scamming and scheming because they trying to steal your money. And the name she had, I looked up the name that was associated with the Venmo. I'm like, these people are really tripping. I looked up the name. I looked up the image. I tried to look up everything. I started hunting after that. I'm like, nah, we know better than that. We know how to search the internet. We know how to find out stuff legit. So do your, let me rewrite that back. Do your due diligence. Make sure these people are legit. Make sure these events are legit, because these people are out here trying to take you for everything you got, and we work hard for our money. We going out there doing events a couple times a day, well, not a couple times a day, mostly all weekend or something like that. If you do a couple times a day, kudos to you. Back to back, be kicking my butt. But anyway, y'all be careful, do your due diligence, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.